well. It was a good fight, great event, and I'm glad that nobody got knocked out.
What did I think?
Yeah.
You know, I love seeing Mike out there doing what he loves to do. It's his passion. I have that cardio, so.
I'm glad it went on 8. I'm glad Mike Tyson didn't get hurt.
Facts.
I think that Jake was throwing hard punches, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You're looking amazing. How are you?
Skills. He didn't display no useful skills tonight. He displayed boxing.
I thought it was a fantastic fight, very entertaining. I was very happy with it. Yeah, go on, Mark.
What do you expect? What do you expect?
Vintage Mike. I was glad to see it actually because it means that Mike ain't out here just going through the motion. He's serious. I'm glad to see that.
I wish I'd seen the old Mike. You know, not to take anything from Jake, but you know, Mike looks his age, and you know he should. Look, take that back. He did a lot better than a lot of 58-year-olds would have done. But
why does Mike Tyson win this fight?
Because I'm Mike Tyson.
Why does Jake Paul win this fight?
Because I'm Jake Paul now.
It might have been the last time you saw the legend himself step into the boxing ring, turning back the clock to give you a taste of his past prowess. It was worth every bit of anticipation as the world watched him ascend to triumph once again. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was indeed the biggest combat sports event of the year. Netflix's boxing debut on Friday drew opinions from boxing legends to reigning undisputed champions, making it the talk of the boxing world. Mike Tyson, confident and determined, once again relied on his incredible power, his devastating tool throughout his career. However, there were downsides. Fans who grew up watching his fights didn't want their favorite fighter to end his career with a loss, potentially spoiling their cherished memories. To the relief and joy of many, the former undisputed heavyweight champion emerged victorious, providing fans with a wave of nostalgia, rather than the disappointment of seeing him bow out with a defeat that could tarnish his legacy. This sentiment was solidified when the two fighters put their professional records on the line in this high-stakes fight, taking center stage and going toe-to-toe. Let's take a closer look at how they stacked up. At 58, Tyson had carved out a reputation as an aggressive, no-nonsense fighter who brought carnage and violence to the ring. He captivated fans with his raw power and penchant for knockouts, employing his signature peekaboo stance to swiftly close distances and unleash his heavy-handed punches.
Everything. But my kids, to my children, I'm nobody. But that night they're going to find out their father's very special.
Maybe it was the last time you saw the legend himself enter the boxing ring, turn back the clock, and deliver a performance reminiscent of his prime. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was indeed the biggest combat sports event of the year, and it was worth every moment. Netflix's boxing debut on Friday drew opinions from boxing legends to reigning undisputed champions, making it the talk of the boxing world. Mike Tyson, confident and determined, relied once again on his incredible power, a devastating tool throughout his career. However, there were concerns. Fans who grew up watching his iconic fights didn't want their favorite fighter to end his career with a loss, potentially spoiling their cherished memories. To the relief and joy of many, the former undisputed heavyweight champion emerged victorious, providing fans with a sense of nostalgia rather than the disappointment of seeing him bow out with a defeat that could tarnish his legacy. This sentiment was solidified when the two fighters put their professional records on the line in this high-stakes fight, taking center stage and going toe-to-toe. Let's take a closer look at how they stacked up. Mike Tyson, at 58, had a professional record of 55-6 with 44 knockouts, reflecting his dominance. His KO ratio of 78% paints a more accurate picture of his career. Although Tyson was not as tall or heavy as many other heavyweights, standing at 5'10", with a reach of 71 inches, he relied on his swiftness to cut the distance and unleash his heavy blows. Tyson's aggressive, no-nonsense fighting style, characterized by his peekaboo stance, allowed him to swiftly close the gap and deliver powerful punches. In his heyday, he weighed around 218 pounds, but he fought Roy Jones Jr. at around 220 pounds in their exhibition match. Jake Paul, on the other hand, was the younger of the two at 27 years old and had fewer fights under his belt. The YouTuber-turned-boxer carried an unorthodox style brimming with aggression. Despite only recently donning boxing gloves, he showcased incredible power with his knockouts. Paul gradually built his career and steered it to success, boasting a record of 10-1 with 7 KOs. His KO ratio of 70% made him a crowd favorite. Additionally, Paul had a size and weight advantage in this fight. Standing at 6'0", with a reach of 76 inches, he had a reach advantage of 5 inches over Tyson. Weighing around 230 pounds, he packed more power into his punches, leading many to question whether he could cause an upset and shock the world, a theme long associated with him. Tyson had faced taller and heavier opponents throughout his career, picking them apart on the inside. To tame the Brooklyn native, one had to be excellent on their feet, cut the ring effectively, and avoid trading in close quarters. While Tyson's reflexes and quick footwork had diminished, he still packed that devastating power. However, concerns over his health and stamina remained. Meanwhile, Paul's right hand made him a dangerous opponent. His unpredictable nature, youth, physical strength, and ability to land clean shots made some believe he was the clear favorite. It all boiled down to how well he employed his jab and bridged the technical gap. Despite Tyson's age, he was the most technically gifted and skilled fighter Paul had faced to date. The fight consisted of 2-minute rounds, which might not drain Tyson's stamina as previously thought. Paul's boxing credentials remained largely unproven, partly due to his late entry into the sport and the level of competition he had faced. Therefore, Tyson's power, experience, resume, and technical prowess gave him a clear edge, making many believe he would win this bout. However, underestimating Jake Paul was a mistake. As the saying goes, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. The final press conference on Wednesday was a bit odd, with Tyson giving one-word or one-sentence responses to every question he was asked. "The only thing I'm worried about is Father Time," he said. "That's one thing that has never been beaten." Tyson's age was a concern, but he expressed his hope for a healthy outcome. Paul attempted to engage Tyson with his typical trolling behavior, but Tyson seemed disinterested and bored, repeating that he had said everything he wanted to say ahead of the fight. None of that would matter once the first bell rang on Friday night. Boxing legends and current superstars weighed in on the fight. Roy Jones Jr., Tyson's last opponent, was confident in Tyson's chances. "I believe in Mike, likely via decision, but if he wants to finish it, he can," Jones said. "If he's just looking to enjoy the fight, he might take it slow and have some fun. I'm not worried about Mike. At his age, Mike is still hard to hit, and he hits like a truck." Tyson Fury, named after Mike Tyson, backed the legend. "Listen, if Mike Tyson hits anybody, I don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock them out cold, isn't he? Obviously, I have to back Mike Tyson. I'm named after the legend, and I'll back him as he always backs me. I'm backing Mike for the knockout. Come on, Mike." Manny Pacquiao doubted Paul's chances. "I don't think so," Pacquiao said when asked if Paul could beat Tyson.